okay, you obviously read the title, right? So we're talking about the Insta360 X4 in particular, but just Insta360s in general. I always thought this was just the most gimmicky, just kind of stupid, just very, very niche, which it is still niche. We'll get more into that in a second, but um, camera essentially ever. I thought it was so just dumb, and I just, in my head at least, it didn't deserve all the hype it was getting. But once picking one of these up and getting to use it a little bit, definitely changed my perspective quite a bit. And I would be not a good YouTuber if I didn't get on here and give it its flowers properly like it needs to. First things first, one of my biggest gripes with these things, I'll kind of just get out the way, was that the image quality is just not that good. And if we're talking about a camera in general, I typically want good image quality. I say that as I'm recording on this fucking shitty webcam. Anyways, even though I have a $4,000 FX3 sitting right next to me. But anyways, that's against the point. This thing, the image quality on it is still not that great. Like it usually comes out pretty fuzzy, and low light it's garbage, quite frankly. So that is one thing I guess that like didn't really surprise me. But the things that really did, like, this thing kind of just proved me wrong about was just like the usability of it and all the different possible use cases of it. Should be pretty obvious, right? But it's a 360 camera, therefore it records everything in every angle. Right? Yeah, I knew that. But it really didn't hit until like I got to using this thing and I got to seeing how many situations this was actually extremely useful. So I have the one sec. I have a DJI Osmo Action that I typically use for BTS, for POV type of content, and it works really well. I love it. Honestly, the image quality on this is way better than this thing right here, and I still use this, right? But this has definitely given me some different possibilities. For example, there was a surprise birthday party, right? And I had another shooter, so I was able to get the woman walking in and seeing her face for the surprise while he kind of captured the crowd with two cameras. But as I was thinking about it, I was like, yo, I could just get the Insta360, kind of set it up low, kind of closer to the door in the corner to where it's still out of the way a little bit, and it's gonna capture everything at the same time. Let's do it. And it created the coolest shot ever. This was a little while ago actually, and it's not on my computer actually, it's on his out there. So if I have the clip, I'll put it in here, but if not, just trust me and believe me, it looked crazy. It's little things like that you just don't really know until you get this thing and get to using it. Another thing, I really love languages, as y'all, none of y'all actually probably know, right? But yeah, clearly I speak English, and aprendí a hablar español. I learned to speak Spanish completely all by myself, self-taught. And right now I'm learning Mandarin Chinese and a little bit of Korean and like Thai for fun, but really Mandarin Chinese. So what's big in like the YouTuber language learning community is obviously like walking in and getting reactions. Like I'm black. Why in the hell would I be speaking Chinese, right? That's completely just left field. So those make for really cool videos. And what I've seen a lot of language YouTubers doing is walking in with these Insta360s, and rather than just like getting the face of the person they're talking to, they're getting the entire restaurant. So people are like looking from the distance, like, yo, you see that dude over there? And it's just so much cooler. It just adds to the effect. It's just capturing so much more data that you just would not have got before. Also, it kind of eliminates that worry, right? Like, it's what I didn't know before getting this was that it filmed everything, and like even if you had it framed up on something later in post, you can completely move it and change it and show like something totally different, right? So basically, if me and you were having a podcast right now, I could put this thing right here like this, and in post, like I can switch the camera angles and put it on you when you speak and put it on me when I speak. Like, just so many things that are, I don't know. This thing was just such a what the fuck for me, because I thought it was so dumb. I thought it was so niche. And I find myself just using it in so many just different little cases. Another one. I do a lot of media work. That's why I have all these cameras and this gear and stuff. We shoot some real estate. Virtual tours are now possible. You know, like the little click-through tours where you can click the circle and jump to the next room and then kind of do a 360. Yeah, you can do that with these. Now, they have other cameras that are specialized for that, specifically made just to do that, like I believe they're called the Ricoh Thetas. This isn't going to be as good as that, but this can still do it just fine. Like, we've never had a client complain that, oh, the quality isn't good enough or the colors don't render out as good. No, hell no, never. Again, just another thing that I just wouldn't have thought about until getting this in my hands. You can get the little like 360 world globe view with it. It's just so much. You already know. More than likely, you already know. You've already watched 1,000 spec'd up reviews. You know, I don't do those. And they told you all about it. And you've watched examples. You've seen the quality and all that. But once again, I feel like I'm kind of building trust with the audience because I'm being super transparent about all the tech. And it's only right to be a little more transparent about this. I gotta say, it's pretty cool. So if you're thinking about picking one up, I would, yeah, I'm not against it. I would say pick it up and give it a try. I mean, you can always return it if you don't like it, but the 360 cameras are pretty cool. And once the image quality catches up a little more, you know, they get a little better in low light. And just, you know, some little tweaks kind of, I guess, with the UI is pretty user friendly, but like the fact that you have to like use the app and all that, there could be some better ways to go about that. I could see this being like one of my most used tools for real. Like I could just always use this. I'm picking it up for vlogging because like I like the form factor. I really do. If we're talking about vlogging, this is, oh, let me not mess up the lens. This is often like what I'll recommend to people who just like don't want to use like a big camera. If you're not going with the point and shoot, because quite frankly, I'm not super happy with the state of point and shoot cameras right now. I say go with an action camera, specifically a DJI Action 4. The Action 5 isn't even like all that to me, to be honest. But even this is like, it's just the form factor is a little just in comparison to this, like it's so comfortable and just natural to hold, and it's yeah. I just don't know. There's just something that feels good about this, like a vertical thing. That's like what was the camera called that Canon released to where it was kind of like in this similar vertical format. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this thing Canon. I think they dropped the ball on this right here. I think this could have been a wild opportunity. I'm going on a side note, a tangent, but the PowerShot V10, yeah, I think Canon dropped the ball on this because if we're talking form factor, once again, it's kind of like that vertical, like just comfortable position. 2, this is a whole other tangent again, but every camera now is a flip out screen. Everyone loves their flip out screens, right? But I come from the OG YouTuber days of the G7Xs, the Canon G7Xs with the flip up screen and the original Sony cameras with the flip up screen. I love a damn flip up screen, right? When you're looking at it, it doesn't look as like awkward as like looking off to the side into your viewfinder. So when we're talking about vlogging specifically, I love a flip up screen. So again, I was super excited about this. And then last but not least, as we can see here, it has a built-in tripod. Like that just, oh my gosh. Everything about this really excited the crap out of me. One button. Record. Stop record. It don't get no simpler than that. I thought this was it. I thought this was going to just completely take over the market. But then I seen the camera, the video quality. And let me tell you, if you have not seen, don't even waste your time because it is dog water. It is terrible. It sucks. Stabilization, trash. Not just don't even waste your time. Just don't. Everything about it is just bad. Like you would think that if it's a vlog specific camera, at least they would have like good audio quality too. Even that's just not it. That's why this camera is like $299 now because it just ain't worth a damn. So that was a whole side tangent rant just to basically say that like this form factor right here is kind of cool. So if I could just vlog like this, that'd be tough. Anyways, yeah, I could go on all day about this, but moral of the story is Insta360 kind of proved me wrong, and I was definitely a little bit wrong about just thinking that this was just such a stupid, gimmicky thing, which in a way, like I said, it is still kind of a little gimmicky. I thought it was super niche, which it is still niche, but not as niche as I thought it was. So, yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. If you're interested in purchasing this, Affiliate link in the description. Obviously, like I said, it's affiliate link, so it helps the channel. If you want to support me, I would really appreciate that. And yeah, make sure you subscribe for more raw, authentic tech truth. Check out this video right here if you want to see more. If you like this video, you'll like this one as well. Yeah, that's all I got.